All right, everyone. Welcome to our Zoom tonight. If we have not met yet, my name is Trisha Costa. I'm the Director of Field Operations here at ShoppyShop, and I am so honored to be working with all of you. I want this to truly be the best experience you have ever had in the industry from the bottom of my heart. Anything you need, I want you to feel free to reach out to me. You're never bothering me. I want to hear from you. I want to hear your opinions, your suggestions. So I'm here for you. And very quickly, before I introduce our founder and CEO, and we're going to do a little bit of Q&A. He's going to share a lot of great things with us today. But before I do that, I just want to go over a few things about this amazing company. We're not going to do an official PowerPoint tonight. We did that on Tuesday, but I'm going to give you a quick overview without a PowerPoint. For those of you that might be here for the first time, you're not quite sure what ShoppyShop is all about. So I want to talk to you guys about the reason why I decided to drop everything that I was doing. I've been doing real estate for 25 years. I'm passing all my business on to someone on my team. And I am so committed to this, and my heart is here. And here's why. Number one is the leadership of this company. Honesty, transparency, things that we don't see. Owners that have a heart of gold, heart for the field. So the leadership here is second to none, and you're going to meet our CEO tonight, and you're going to understand what I'm talking about. Number two is value. So you got to have incredible leadership. The heart has to be in the right place. You can't have greed. You can't have somebody that has a criminal record, which is very common for network marketing, which is funny, but it's common. So to have somebody that has, an incredible past in the industry, and to see the value that we're offering here. In the industry right now, you can either join health and wellness, or you can join travel, or. What we are doing here is you're joining one company for $9.95 a month, and now you have the most robust travel that you have ever seen in the industry. The competition, $40 to $140 a month just for travel. Here we have the most robust travel you have ever seen. 20 to 70% discounts on almost 1 million hotels worldwide for every budget. 24/7 customer service in 12 different languages, just $9.95 a month. But that's not all, because we're not the this or that kind of company. We are this and that kind of company. So we're going to do the travel, and you're going to have fine dining included. You can book your flights. You're going to have discounts on rental cars, on activities, on park tickets, on concerts, and the list goes on and on. You're going to be able to do cruising. So number one, travel. And we're also going to have this incredible platform that picture QVC. We're going to have something called a ShoppyShop Showcase every week, where we're going to be sharing with you some incredible discounts on brand names, things that you would see on Amazon, like an office chair, the exact same chair, the exact same brand for less money. And it's going to be limited quantities. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a lot of urgency on those e-commerce warehouse deals. And we're also going to have this incredible Korean skincare line of products. And we're also going to have our own line of skincare products. And we're also going to have high quality health and wellness for less. And with all of that, we're also going to have something called Shoppy Doc, which is teledoc for those of you that don't have health insurance. And that's going to be at a highly discounted price, $59 for one person and $159 for up to 5 people in a family. So everything is included on that $9.95. And the Shoppy Doc is something that you can participate if you don't have insurance, and then you're going to pay a highly discounted fee. And we have more and more verticals coming as we launch. So the value here is unmatched. I think in a lot of different companies, or in all the companies really, they don't give you enough value for what you pay. And once the compensation plan dries out for you, then we all move into the next gig. This is the first time that I see a company that I can truly see people paying $9.95 a month and never going anywhere, because we also, on the top of we also have this really cool app that other companies are charging $20 a month all the way up to $1,000 a year to have the exact same thing. And here is included on the $9.95, where in my first 3 weeks, and I will show you guys on Tuesday, I will share the screen, I already saved more than $10 just using that one app. I haven't bought the e-commerce products. I haven't used the travel. I haven't bought my Korean skincare products. I haven't bought the health and wellness. Just the app alone already covered my $9.95. So the value here is second to none. No one has ever done what we are doing here. It's the first company of its kind to the market. The culture. I am kind of in charge of culture, and you want that because I'm a lot of fun and I'm all heart. That's the reason why I am in network marketing. I came into the industry in the late 90s just for the social aspect of it. I just love people. I love parties. I love cruises. I love hanging out. I love meeting new people. I love creating new relationships that are going to last a lifetime. And the industry has lost that. There's no culture anymore in any company.
Right.
It's always about fake promises,
Right.
hype, exaggeration. It's always about the money. Oh, you don't have to sell, you don't have to recruit, but you're going to get paid. And then
Right.
people realize that's not the truth. And so here we're going to have the best culture you have ever seen, ever. Even if you've been around for 40 years, I promise you that's my commitment to you. I'm going to be sending you guys surveys. I want to know what you like, we can improve. We want to hear what you have to say. You're going to be treated in a way you have never been treated before in this industry. So that is super important to me. Last but not least, we truly have the most generous compensation plan. I'm not going to go over all the details tonight because I do want to introduce our founder and CEO to you. But I want you to know this. We are the first company that is a membership, which allows for high quality products for low prices to be brought to the market. It's a membership. So under this umbrella, we can bring anything we want to you. We can bring solar, travel, anything you can dream of, we can bring under this $9.95 a month umbrella. And we are the first ones to pay on the membership and also on product sales. So you get high quality, low prices, you get paid on membership and also product sales. Again, no one has ever done that before because this is a lot of generosity here. And something else I want you to know is that they are sharing with us at launch 15% of their revenue. I have never seen that before. I've been around for a long time. I have been through a lot of different companies. I've seen 1 to 3% revenue share. I have never seen 15%. And guess what? As we grow, there's going to be more coming. It'll be more than 15% in revenue share. We also are paying 40% commissionable volume, 4 levels on all product sales. That's Korean skincare line. That's our skincare line. That's health and wellness. That's our e-commerce platform with all of our warehouse deals, 40%. And we also have a 20% binary hybrid. So it's a unilevel plan with a hybrid binary on the back end for the membership. So if you guys want to see more details on the comp plan, I'm going to do a full comp plan again on Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, I will do another full comp plan with Q&A. So with that, I want to introduce you guys to our founder and CEO. I am so honored to be working with him, not only because he has so much experience, not only because he has been on the field and worked his way all the way to the top in different companies, not because he's been the VP in different companies, not because he has been responsible for international expansion in different companies. I'm so honored to be working with him because he has a heart for us, for the field. He wants to do what's best for us here, and he's very intelligent, very experienced. He knows exactly what he's doing. He has a past that we can be proud of, and he's just a cool dude. You guys are going to love him. He's down to earth. He's laid back. He's a dad, a grandfather. He's a great husband. He's always bragging about his wife. So I am so honored to introduce to you guys our founder and CEO, Mr. Cowrie Thompson.
Hey, Trisha, thank you for such a kind introduction. I was
trying to call my wife over when you're saying so many nice things about me. I'm like, she needs to hear that. Have you ever lived like your life where you feel like you're on Zooms all the time and your life's interrupted by meals, right? Or occasionally leaving the house. That's what I feel like my life's right now. Just Zoom after Zoom after Zoom. Leave the house for 10 minutes, take the dog for a walk. And I got to tell you guys, while Trish was doing the opening intro, I was beating Susie and Brett to the adding people into the room. I'm adding people, adding people. So if you guys are looking at it and somebody kept adding everybody, that was me because I love adding people to rooms. It's so much fun. I even got on the comment board. Hey, everybody, what's going on? I mean, I am just so into this thing. And I'm really excited to be with all of you tonight. If you're skeptical, you should be. If you're excited, you should be. And if you have questions for me, you should have them. We're hoping that in the next 35 to 45 minutes that we spend together, we'll be able to hopefully get you enough information that you can make a decision about if this is something that you want to do. Personally, I've been on, I want to say hundreds of these calls. I don't know if that's accurate, but I've been on a lot of company launch calls as a spectator, as a consultant, as a corporate person. And I have my own opinions about different companies and what they're doing. But tonight, what we thought we would do to keep you guys from getting bored of my voice is that we're going to have Trisha jump in and ask questions. I'm going to answer them. Then I'm going to go off and talk about a couple of things that are really important, a couple of things that as CEO, I can tell you what's like, even right now, I want to add people. Okay, here we go. That I can share with you that I hope will be helpful to you in your quest to find a good home that you can rely on, right? That's what it's all about. Before I jump to Trisha, I do have to put on my corporate hat and talk about some of the housekeeping issues. I want to let you know that when we let out the word or the name ShoppyShop about a month ago, we didn't really know if it was a great idea. What we didn't want is everybody start taking our name and signing up YouTube accounts and websites and all that stuff. We are a company of rules. The reason we have rules, and I'm talking to adults, so I totally get it, is that we want to protect our company long term. If we don't have rules, and if I get on a company Zoom and there's no rules, people are doing whatever they want, I'm like, okay, it's going to last maybe a year, right? Before whatever happens. We have rules because we want to be a long term company. I'm going to go over a couple of those. Hi, Rachel. I'm going to go over a couple of those rules with you guys so you kind of know where we sit. And then we'll get on with the with tonight's Zoom. Number one, ShoppyShop is a trademarked name. We're registered. And so we need to protect our brand and we need to protect our trademark. One of the things that we are very keenly aware of is that if you're out using ShoppyShop in social media, through any of the social media platforms as your identifier, the FTC, it doesn't matter if you're an independent distributor or not, they're going to come to us and hold us accountable for whatever you put content on there. So if you've got that right now, if you've got Facebook that says ShoppyShop on it as the entity or a website or a blog or whatever, I'm going to ask you kindly, hi Sheree, to remove that so that you don't represent the company, right? We represent the company. And unfortunately, if those don't get changed, we're not going to let you join the company. We're going to know who you are, okay? Why we want to keep everybody safe? Because we really want a long-term company. And this goes for every single market with the use of the name ShoppyShop. So please keep that in mind and help us out by changing to a different name. You can use the ShoppyShop independent distributor logo that we provided, that little artwork piece. You can use that to represent the company, but please don't use the word ShoppyShop. It is a trademark name and we will enforce it because we care about you. We care about the longevity of the company. We want to make sure that we're here for a while. So Trisha, with that said, I know you had a couple of questions. So why don't you feed them to me and then I'm going to cover a couple of things and we'll just proceed that way if that's okay.
Yeah, that way it'll be fun. We'll go back and forth. You will talk a little bit. We'll do a question. So how are we positioning ourselves as a company to stand out in the industry?
Ooh, that's a really good one. So I gotta tell you, that video that we did, that sizzle video, kind of lays it out. You really tell people what's up, right? And the thing I liked about that video was it's very transparent, but it really points out some of the items or things happening in the direct sales industry. So we care a lot about that, but we also know that we're going to appeal to a lot of people who haven't been in direct sales at all. And that to us is really valuable because we don't, obviously, we're not just about bringing on leaders or bringing on people who've been in the industry for a while. We want to appeal to everyone. And so, in order to do that, we have to create a platform that's very unique. I believe the video talked about a few things. One, we don't have starter packs that are really expensive. Nobody on here, everybody knows to join our company at the highest amount to be able to participate with all of the comp plan and to have all the benefits and value. It's $59.95. That's a tremendous value. I've never seen a company launch with that low of a barrier of entry. And the thing I love about that is it's really going to echo in the other non-industrialized markets or third world countries, if you will, second world countries, right? Those groups that you have in those markets, you're never going to have to apologize or justify the $59.95 sign up, which includes your first membership fee of $9.95. That's one of the ways we've distinguished ourselves. The other ways we've done it is we are not going to do the 12 to 15x markup on products. We're not going to do it. It's ridiculous. It doesn't need to be done. We shouldn't be doing it. And if we do it, Amazon's going to kick our butts all day long, right? So our strategy is really looking at what works and removing the roadblocks of things that don't work. Another thing that we're going to do is we're going to offer, hey, Laurel, we're going to offer a lot of different verticals. And when we talk about verticals, they're really categories. And one of the things I don't want you guys to think is when you see our landing page, it's going to look like a warehouse. It's not. I promise you, we're going to deliver a really classy, elegant look and design that's very highly functional, that allows our members to browse through the different categories of auxiliary services that we offer through our service products, as well as our tangible product lines. So that's very different as well. Auto ship. We don't have a high monthly auto ship. When I've been involved in direct sales, like you guys for many years, that time of the month would come around where I know the auto ship was going to run. And I'm like, am I really making enough money to justify paying this $150 a month tab so I can get paid, right? You're never going to have to deal with that. $9.95 is your monthly qualifier. It opens up every single rank in the compensation plan, meaning you'll never be expected to pay more than $9.95 out of pocket to qualify for any level in the comp plan, which should be a beautiful thing. It really should be, right? So all of your contacts, doesn't matter if they're in Mississippi or Miami, right? Honolulu or Haiti for that matter. People can afford $9.95 because there's value there already. Trisha talked about Savers app. You're already probably going to earn more than, I'm just going to guess, most of you will earn more than $9.95 in cash back alone. Not to mention the travel, not to mention other things that we're going to announce soon. So the value's there. Okay, Trisha, I hope that answered the question. How are we differently positioned? And I will end on this note. I sent the video to a couple of watchdogs in the industry. You guys probably know a couple of watchdogs. These are people who look at all the companies and they report on the companies. And it was really interesting, the response that I got. The first guy said to me, powerful video. Where's your website? And I said, website's not ready, but thank you. It is a powerful video because it does outline real change. I know a lot of times companies talk about, I saw a company yesterday, not that I was looking for it, said, we're going to change the industry by introducing cutting edge products. I'm like, okay, good luck. I mean, we love cutting edge products, but it doesn't work long term. I'd rather have products that people use every day and love at great prices. The other guy actually took 3 days to respond to the video. And he just said, thanks for keeping me updated, and you've always ran a tight ship. I don't know what that means, but he said you always run a tight ship. Okay. If tight means that we're going to be responsible and we're going to make good decisions on the corporate end, then I take that as a compliment. And he's a great guy, so I'm sure he meant it in the best way possible. So, yeah, that's Trisha, how I would answer that question. The video does outline all the ways that we're different, I think. The warehouse deals, nobody's done that before that I know of. And paying on products with a membership base is pretty unheard of. And we're not going to 10 to 15 times markup on products and have to bring in a scientist to convince people that it's worth the money. Now, sometimes it really is. I don't want to downplay that, but we don't need to do that because the way our products are priced. So they're going to be very affordable, great quality without all the hype, including the markup.
Okay, so now we have a question that I know a lot of the women here are excited to hear the answer. I know Laurel just got in the room. That's the only reason why she's here. K-Beauty. So can you tell us a little bit more about K-Beauty? When do we see this coming to the market? And also, as far as international goes, like what are the countries that you see K-Beauty being delivered first?
Yeah, so that's such a great question. Let me talk about K-Beauty just overall really quickly, if you don't mind, and I'll get into it. There's a difference between Western medicine and Eastern medicine, right? Everybody knows with Western medicine, you treat symptoms, right? Your doctor treats symptoms. I'm talking to a really well-educated group about that. We all know all about that. In Eastern medicine, they look at root, they look at systems of the body, they look at how your pancreas reacts and performs, and they prescribe gentle, natural processes to make you healthy. When you think about skincare, you need to think on those same lines. And I'm going to give you a case in point. I have a niece in South Korea. She's from Utah. She's had acne issues since she was 13. And she went over to Utah about 12 or 11 months ago on a University of Utah program for international business. While she was in South Korea, she told us she decided to do away with all of her American cosmetics. So all American cosmetics that she bought with her to South Korea, she put it aside and started getting into Korean skincare, K-Beauty. She said that within 3 weeks, her skin completely cleared up. And I'm not kidding. I'll get some before and afters and share them with Trisha so you can see that. My point about this is, let's let Richard in the room. Hi, Richard. My point about this is that Korean skincare takes a very non-invasive approach where American skincare is more talking about, hey, your skin's not healthy. Let's dry it out and let's treat it. And we're going to use a couple of chemicals that we think are going to work. K-Beauty is completely different. K-Beauty is all about essence. They're all about natural ways to hydrate the skin through natural processes and treat them with essence, with ampoules, with a couple of other terms that we probably don't need to get in. K-Beauty, very natural, very elegant. And the whole thing with K-Beauty is glow. That's a term that they use, glow, which is why I'm proud to announce that our very first product is called a name with the word glow in it. And I'll talk about this in just a little bit more because it's actually a very unique product that's a precursor for K-Beauty. So K-Beauty, and I just ran across this, my wife had these K-Beauty boxes. She's getting to all the stuff, guys. She's getting to all the stuff with all of her friends. I'm like, no, don't open those. We need those. We're doing research. She's like, I'm doing research. Okay, well, tell me how it works, Kay. Anyway, K-Beauty will launch 3 to 6 months from the time we open our doors. It could be sooner. But to be safe, we're going to say 3 to 6 months after we launch. Now, you might be saying, well, it's a long time off. Well, you know what? It's not a long time off. It's going to come before you know it. But one of the things that we do in our protocols is we test product. It's not enough to get a bunch of K-Beauty products, throw them up on the internet and say, go enjoy it. We really look at product regimens. So we're looking at cleansers, we're looking at moisturizers, we're looking at toners and serums, right? We're creating a process which Trisha's involved with, Janet's involved with it as well, processes of everyday regimens for women to use. We're going to start with the essentials, for K-Beauty, that at some future point, we're going to start having a lot of fun with the K-Beauty line. We're going to have a lot of testimonials, and the stuff that you get is going to be in Korean wrapping. It's directly from South Korea. There's a lot of great technology. Skincare alone, you guys, is a huge vertical. Here's what the three biggest ones are in our industry: skincare, health and wellness, and travel. Those three are the monsters. We got them all, right? But we're going to be bringing them in as quickly as we can, as responsibly as we can. So what I would say to you guys, if you're excited about K-Beauty, it's coming. My wife just did a hibiscus mask the other night. She's fallen in love with and wants more, and they've used them all. I mean, we got to get more. So we're testing the products out. K-Beauty is going to be a big thing, a big part of what we do. I was asked recently about another company that did K-Beauty, and my response was, I have no idea what they do. All I know is I was in South Korea 2 months ago, met with 6 companies. I sent Trisha a bunch of videos, a bunch of pictures of me with the different companies, going through all their stuff. We're going to bring that to you, the best of the best. So we're very excited. I hope you are as well.
And do we know what countries they can ship to, like in first? Like, I don't know, Canada, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, so US is first. Canada is always going to be second. And I expect Canada to be a month after the US gets theirs. And so the reason being is when you bring product in, you've got to do the registrations, you've got to look at the ingredients. K-Beauty is really clean, so it doesn't have the barriers a lot of American cosmetics do getting into different countries. Once we get it into our 3PL shipping company from South Korea, it really can go anywhere in the world, anywhere, right? Through our international brokers and shippers. So once we get into the US, we get it into our warehouse shipper in the US. From there, they use the international brokers to push them out to the markets that we do. And we're going to look at the markets. Canada is going to be really up there. We're looking at some European markets as well. It's wherever you're bringing the volume, where we have the most members, that's obviously where we're going to go first. So I see it as the US, Canada, and believe it or not, South Korea as well, Taiwan. Those markets will get them first.
Very cool. Exciting. Okay, so these last 2 questions are questions that I had received from multiple people. This one is actually from Armando Garza. Tell me, if I have no business experience or marketing experience and I'm not an influencer, outside of the savings and product value, how can ShoppyShop benefit me?
Okay, outside of savings and okay, so let's talk about that. There's 2 components of the company. By the way, it's a great question. And you actually, hey Roseanne, hey Paulette, you actually just described like 95% of us. We're not influencers. We haven't been big builders. How can it benefit us? There's 2 things that come to mind. One is the value proposition. Are you getting a return on your $9.95 a month? That's number 1. And I'm going to tell you guys, you're going to get that return. So that when the month comes up and you know that your $9.95 is going to get paid for your membership fee, I think you'll be pretty happy with what you have and stay with us because there's value, okay? The second thing is called leveraged income. Leveraged income, we've all known that term, is what happens when you can leverage yourself with a great opportunity, a great company with great products. That's leveraged income. So is it Armando? Armando, the savings will be there, the value will be there, but we're going to provide a platform for you that you can operate from your home for $9.95 a month, okay? And your sign-up fee, get started, the whole platform, including the ability to take part in our rewards program for $59.95, which includes your first month. So there's value there with our services that we make available to you from day one. You're going to have a right to the Savers app. You're going to have a right in the US to the dining discounts. You're going to have a right to all the stores discounts that we offer. You're going to have a right to our global travel platform, right? 850,000 properties in 200 countries. You have that from day one. Okay. So the cash back, that the value's there. The leverage income piece is important because it only works if you're able to build a team. So when you talk about direct sales, it all sounds fine and dandy. But on Tuesday, like you can get motivated on the weekend, but like Monday morning, you're like, what am I doing? I got to build this thing. People are depending on me, right? So what I would say is two things. Don't quit your day job. I always tell people, don't do it. Keep your day job. Build this on the side. The beautiful thing about it is as you experience the services, we're not even talking about ShoppyDoc yet or some of the other things we're going to be offering. As you experience the services and you see how the warehouse deals work, we hope you'll become genuinely excited, that you'll want to tell people about it. This industry isn't what you can do. This industry is all about what you want to do. The people who succeed in this industry are people who genuinely get excited about our products and about our platform. We want to make it fun. I'm going to give you an example. There's a concept called lightning deals. Lightning deals are this concept where, how we have the weekly warehouse deals every week? We're going to be throwing up a couple warehouse deals, maybe vacuum cleaners, mixers, whatever, right? We'll do those, and every time they sell, if it's your guest or your member or somebody on your team, we're going to pay you a commission on that. But occasionally, we're going to run a lightning deal. The lightning deal won't pay you anything on purchases by your team, but you know what we'll do? The members will go crazy because the lightning deals are below wholesale costs. So think about the warehouse deals below retail cost. The lightning deals will be below wholesale cost. You're talking about prices so low with limited quantities that people get excited. You might say, well, how's that going to help my business? Here's how it's going to help. The membership, the members in your membership team that you get paid for 20% every single week, those numbers should start rising because a lot of people want to become involved just to see what we drop every single week. Now, we learned something from the influencer marketing. Influencer marketing taught us a couple of things. It's okay to run out of certain products because it creates a demand for them. It also teaches us that we can sample products out, and if they don't work, we don't carry them. The last thing I want to do in a network marketing company is not to be excited about my product line. Like, oh, I got 10 products, but I really don't like any of them. But hey, let's talk about getting you involved in the business. No, that doesn't work. You have to be passionate. The only way for you to be passionate is for you to love our products. So we will put products up in our warehouse deals and see how they do. And if they do well, we'll put them into one of our product categories. So to answer that, leveraged income, the ability to build a business from your kitchen for $9.95 a month, I'd put that against any other business model out there. Look at franchise fees for restaurants, franchise fees for the businesses, just getting started in your own business. The price makes it affordable. The model makes it beautiful.
Amazing. What a great answer. And I love this question here. So this is from Martin Mahabir. He says, first, big thanks, Kauri. Question, many companies start strong, but later forget about the affiliates who help them grow. What is ShoppyShop doing to make sure affiliates stay at a top priority, even as the company grows? And how can we help protect that vision? I love this question.
Yeah, so that's always an ownership question, always. And so what ends up happening in typical companies where they have investor groups, the investor groups always put pressure on the executive team to produce more profits. When that happens, they start cheapening products, raising prices, and changing comp plans. If you saw our sizzle video, which I hope most of you did, there's a very real thing happening in direct sales where distributors are working really hard to build a business. Then the company decides to go affiliate model overnight and giving everybody the shaft, right? That's happening at a higher and higher rate. So the question I heard, I think, was what's to keep that from happening? It's the CEO. That's what's to keep it from happening. There's really nothing else. It's the CEO or the founders saying, we're so comfortable, we don't care. And we've made our money, and whatever happens, we're going to do the best, cheapest thing. If there's no investment group, and I cannot stress how important this is, if there's no investment team pushing me, forcing me to make decisions that aren't good for you guys, then it's a win. And I don't care if K Beauty's coming 3 months down the road. That's a good thing, because with an investment team, from day one, there's demands on the executive team. We don't have any of that to worry about. We want to be a solution. So here's how you can tell, you can listen to me, but I'm going to give you some evidence where I hope you can believe me. Look at our comp plan. That's evidence that we care. Look at our monthly auto ship of $9.95. That's evidence that we care. Look at the fact that 3 of our 6 categories are the hugest categories in direct sales. That's evidence that we know what we're doing. Look at the fact that we're traveling out of country to look at product lines and make contracts and agreements that are fair, right? We're not desperate to sign deals. I'm getting pitched probably once a day. It's enough, believe me, on third-party vendors to say, but your distributors are going to love this service. I'm like, no, I don't think so. Maybe down the road, what we don't want to do is we'll be like that guy in the park with the trench coat. Like, hey, I want to buy a watch. He goes, I got everything you need, man. I got these watches. We don't want to be that company. So that when you bring people to the website, which you're going to love, by the way, you're not going to be ashamed. It's not going to look like, hey, man, we got watches, we got this, whatever you need, we got. No. Here's a saying: a company who has 100 products has no products, right? We've got to be really careful about products that we bring in and the timing of the products being brought in. I hope that makes sense. So we're very strategic. And believe me, I've had a firsthand seat to some beautiful companies imploding. And I'm like, what are you guys thinking? Shut up. You're just a GM of this country, or you're just the VP of sales. I'm like, okay, if you want to do it. But our sizzle video gives you evidence that we're different. And if you don't believe me, send it out to a couple of big leaders and listen to what they say. They may be excited, they may not, but their reaction is going to tell you that we're different. We really are unique. And so I hope you see it. And not just one thing that we do, and everything that we do. My mom told me something simple. Sorry, let me start all over. When I was really young, my mom told me something that's made a lot of sense. She said, son, the most simplest answer is usually the answer you're looking for. Find it in simplicity. If my owners are putting my stuff on Amazon, they're probably not great owners. If my owners don't have great customer service, they're probably not great owners. These are red flags for you guys to look at. I think last week we went on Demita and Cassidy, or was it this week? This week?
Yeah,
Yeah, these
it
guys
was
got,
Tuesday.
yeah, they know what they're doing, right? We have a very small but very efficient team. We're not going to build some big company like office tribute to our egos. We're not going to do that. I'm going to work out of my office in my house. This keeps the cost down. Our burn rate keeps it low. Companies who say, hey, we just spent all this money on this beautiful office, we're going to start flying people in. That's where your profits are going, right? That's yesterday's marketing. We're today's marketing. So I'm going to tell you that we value you. We value your participation. The way the company is going to look from the day we launch to 6 months is going to be very different. I'm going to tell you that right now. And you might say, well, why is it going to look like that on day one? Why? Because it takes a lot of time. It takes time to do what we're doing. I got to tell you, the team is on Zooms every day, shipping, 3PL, merchandise, back office, is connecting to the front end office, the API calls, all this good webhooks, all this stuff. We're dealing with this stuff every day to build a platform for you that includes 3 of the largest, most biggest selling verticals in network marketing: travel, cosmetics, and health and wellness, where we'll be bringing great products on. Okay, I hope I answered that.
That was awesome. And I have to say, they would not have brought me in if they did not have the field first place, because I am the biggest nightmare to bring in if they did not care about the field. I would have been the last person they would have chosen for this. I know it's already 6:41. I'm just gonna give you one more question from Susie. She said, are K-Beauty products exclusive to ShoppyShop or available through other companies?
I'm sorry, which products?
K-Beauty.
No, there are. So let me rephrase that. We're not pulling products out of different companies. We work directly with the manufacturers. So there's no middlemen in what we do. And it's unique because I think there's another K-Beauty company that launched in this space a couple of years ago. And the gentleman owner was Korean, right? I've worked in the Korean market for the last 15 years. I don't speak Korean, but I got really good translators, right? So dinners are good. I know what to order. But back to the point, we have direct relationships. In fact, when I was there, I have two really good business associates that I worked with for many years. And the companies that we met with, each of them had an English speaking person present, right? So one, I didn't lose my mind, but number two, I could grasp what was being taught to me. So these companies are very interested in pushing their products out of South Korea. We're going to be direct. So the stuff that you get should have Korean writing on it. And we don't even care if it's our manufacturer because we're going to get great pricing on these products. So they're not coming from anybody else except for the manufacturer directly to us.
Awesome. I just want to give, I'm done with questions, I promise. It's almost 6:45. I just want to say that Ashley is so awesome. She just typed a message here. She says, I'm at 18 bucks earned back on my Shoppers app. What a great testimonial, you guys. Amazing. So thank you so much, our founder and CEO, Kari Thompson, for being here with us tonight. Tomorrow morning, if you guys have questions, I will be back at 8:30 a.m. Pacific, 10:30 a.m. Central to answer questions for you. And every Thursday, we are honored to have our founder and CEO here with us. Sometimes he will do a PowerPoint. Sometimes he will answer questions. It'll always be a surprise for you guys, so you can keep coming back. And then on Tuesdays, we just do a very boring PowerPoint where we go over all the details of the comp plan. It's just a 20-minute PowerPoint. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Kari.
And Joseph, you just joined us, brother. You're really late. So come earlier next time. We'll have a great time. Thanks, everyone. Good night.
Thanks, Kari.
Thank
Bye,
you.
guys. Have a great night. Thanks for being here, everyone. We appreciate you.